We're told constantly that AI is going to change, well, everything. But here's the crazy part. For most businesses, it's just not working. And that's the huge paradox we're going to unpack today. Okay, so take a look at this. This chart tells a pretty brutal story. For regular old data tech, about half of the companies out there are dissatisfied. That's already not great, but look at AI. It shoots up to a staggering 75%. Let that sink in. 3 out of every 4 companies, using what we're told is the most powerful tech ever invented, are just unhappy with what they're getting.
So that brings us right to the heart of it, doesn't it? If AI can basically perform miracles, why are so many businesses failing with it? What are they missing? What's going so wrong here?
All right, first things first, we have to understand this massive gap between what AI can do and what it's actually doing in the real world. The classic hype versus reality. And listen, let's be super clear. The hype is there for a good reason. I mean, AI can recreate historic sports moments with jaw-dropping accuracy. It beat the world's best Go player, a game that has more possible moves than there are atoms in the universe. Think about that. It even solved a 50-year-old problem in biology, something scientists were stuck on for decades. And yeah, it can generate deepfakes that you literally cannot tell from the real thing. The power is it's mind-boggling.
But that's the hype. And then you get to quotes like this one, which perfectly captures the flip side, the harsh reality. A great example, IBM's Watson for cancer diagnosis. Remember that? It was supposed to be this huge medical revolution. But in the end, after millions and millions of dollars, it was quietly retired, never even used on a single real patient. It's the perfect case of being more artificial, less intelligent.
So what's going on? If the tech itself has all this amazing potential, what's the real problem? Well, the answer isn't buried in the code. It's all about the business model. I love this quote because it completely reframes the whole conversation. The technology, the data, all that AI stuff, it's not the secret sauce. It's just an ingredient. It's cheap salt. The real recipe, the thing that actually matters and creates value, is the business model you wrap around that technology.
Okay, this matrix right here shows exactly where most companies trip up. See those top 2 boxes? That's where they live. They take this incredible new tech, like AI, and they just bolt it onto their old, existing way of doing things. They might call it digitization and hope to squeeze out a little more efficiency. But the real magic, the explosive growth, the kind that creates companies like Uber or Airbnb, that happens down here, in the bottom right corner. That's real digital transformation. It's when you pair brand new tech with a brand new business model.
But that begs the question, right? If it's so great, why don't more successful companies just do that? Why don't they just jump into that bottom right box? Well, the answer is a classic for a reason. It's something called the innovator's dilemma. So what is this dilemma? Let's break it down. Imagine you're running a big, successful company. What do? You do the smart, logical thing. You listen to your best, most profitable customers. You add the features they ask for, and you chase even bigger profits by moving upmarket. It makes perfect sense. It's totally rational.
But, and this is the crucial part, that very same rational decision creates a huge, massive blind spot. Because as you're chasing those high-end customers, you leave this vacuum behind at the bottom of the market. You've got customers who are overserved, your product is too expensive and complicated for them, and you've got people who aren't even customers yet. And that vacuum, it's like an open door, just waiting for a disruptor to walk right in. And this disruption usually happens in one of 2 ways. First, you've got low-end disruption. That's when someone comes in with a simpler, cheaper product for those overserved folks. Then there's new market disruption, which is even more powerful. That's when a company creates a whole new market by going after people who weren't buying anything at all. Let's make this real with an amazing example.
We're going to talk about Pinduoduo. It's a Chinese e-commerce company that basically came out of thin air to take on the absolute titan of the industry, Alibaba.
And the difference between their business models is it's night and day. Think of Alibaba as a superbrain. It's built on search. You go there because you already know what you want to buy. Pinduoduo, on the other hand, is a treasure hunt. It's all about discovery. It's a social feed that's constantly showing you amazing deals on stuff you never even knew you wanted. They completely flip the script from B2C to C2B, consumer to business.
And who were they aiming this new model at? You guessed it, they went straight for the people that Alibaba, the big incumbent, had left behind in that climb-up market. We're talking about price-sensitive shoppers, people in smaller cities, a lot of them women, a whole group that the giants were just flat-out ignoring. That was the vacuum.
And what their model created was this incredible, powerful, virtuous cycle, or a flywheel.
The more users who joined, the more group buying power they had. That drove prices down, and it made the whole experience more social and fun. And of course, that amazing value brought in even more users, which just made the whole thing spin faster and faster. It's a self-reinforcing loop that is almost impossible for a big, slow incumbent to compete with.
And the reward for getting this right? I mean, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. Just look at the FANG companies plus Microsoft. Their combined market value is over $7 trillion. And why? It's simple, really. They are the absolute masters of living in that bottom right box. They don't just use new technology, they pair it with new, game-changing business models.
So, when you boil it all down, the massive failure rate of AI isn't really a technology problem. It's a failure of imagination. It's all these companies trying to pour new wine into old bottles. So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. In your industry, in your world, what's the old, legacy business model that's holding back the next amazing technology from really changing the game?